tell you. Hi, this is Lígia, and welcome to Potentials. I have my very good friend here, Alison Flynn, who is a longtime friend of mine for such a long time. Like we've known each other, what, 17 years now or something?
Yes.
So you're like one of my longest friends, and it's just really good to see you and how, happy you are lately. You're just looking awesome. So
Thank you.
anyway, I just wanted to introduce you and let you introduce yourself this time because, I don't know your I'm going to mess up your title. So I'm just going to let you do it.
LMHC, a licensed mental health counselor. And then obviously, you know me as a singer too. It's like my two life things I have going on.
Yes. And very talented as well. Yeah. And songwriter.
Yes.
And yeah. So
mostly with you.
Yes. Mostly with
Yes.
We both, yes, we've been writing together all those years, and there are quite a few songs on YouTube that if you looked up, I'm trying to think, Psychotic Mess.
Yes.
That's one of the ones. Tempting the Devil.
Yes.
That was another song we did. I don't remember what else I have up there. We used to have a MySpace page back in the day.
We have yes. But I think you have us on your page.
I do. That's right. The Reverb Nation page. Linda Jane Moore on Reverb Nation. If you look up Linda Jane Moore, Sarasota, Florida, Reverb Nation, then you'll see the songs that Alison and I have done together. So
yeah,
that was a lot of fun. Oh, Pine Cone. Oh my God. I forgot about that song. Is hilarious. Tribal Nation. It's just us riffing. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. But what you're doing now, besides you're doing, singing, but you're also doing what you're a licensed therapist. So, that was not something that happened overnight. I mean, you worked really hard for that, and you started out when I met you. You were in college, for was it again? Not journalism, communications.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. And then it was like a long time coming of always working at nonprofits and ending up helping people everywhere until I became a therapist.
And then what made you decide to become a therapist? What was the turning point for you?
I think, well, you were around whenever I got divorced, and it wasn't that I didn't want to be a therapist prior to that, but I just think never feeling supported or like taking the initiative. And I feel like that happens to us as women a lot, like just working job and not doing what you maybe really want to do. So like after getting divorced, kind of I've always like just had changes and reawakens and being like, all right, I'm gonna get my master's now. And I've been helping people for years, and I know what has and has not worked for me with therapy. So just wanting to help other people with like what I've learned over the years.
And so when you I don't know how much you want to go into, but you had a lot of blocks, trying to keep you from getting this, from getting your degree, and you had a lot of struggles to deal with. I mean, it's amazing that you actually accomplished this. It blows my mind that you did it because of all of the things you had to go through personally, really. Yeah.
I remember being in school and working. I don't know if you remember when I worked in detox when I was still in school, and like just going in there and just going through my own stuff and being with a bunch of people that were just really struggling and just feeling like motivated, helping them push through, like also help myself. So I feel like it's sort of a selfish to be a therapist. Yes, you're helping others, but in turn, it's like you're healing yourself. I had a therapist, like mentor, who had told me that at one point. Like he was like, I just get my own therapy all the time from just it's constant reminders, which is really cool.
That's absolutely true. I feel the same way because, like I do a different type of healing. Mine's more of an energetic, spiritual healing. But I feel like it's definitely a symbiotic thing. It's like you're an energy exchange kind of, you know. Um, because when you're helping people heal, they show a lot of gratitude and appreciation. And so that in turn motivates you to continue doing it. So it's almost like performing, you know, it's the same thing. You're up on stage, you're giving people all of your energy, and then in return, they're applauding and they're giving you all their positive energy. So it just becomes like this continuous loop of happiness
Yeah.
and healing, you know. So, and music, as you know, is also healing. So I feel like you were already healing people and you didn't even know it with music,
Right.
with sound, because there's definitely a component of sound healing too.
Oh
And
yeah.
yeah, it's very powerful. And I know you've seen it. Um, and I have too. When you're on stage and you're looking at a whole crowd of people and you see their faces and
Yep.
how they're responding to you and the joy that it brings them and the happiness when they hear the songs that they like and they enjoy and and it resonates with them and they're feeling that
Yep.
song like, oh, I love this song. It's just there's nothing like that. So just seeing the
Yep.
looks on their faces, they don't even know what they look like,
Yeah,
but it's such a beautiful thing.
it is.
Yeah. And it's kind of aimed at you. And so then you get all this beautiful energy from it. And then you're able to give it right back to them. So just,
Yep.
I know I'm going on and on about it, but I love that
It's
feeling.
so true though. Like when you move people to tears or whatever too. Like, oh my God, that was people say that was my mother's favorite song and she passed away or something. And that's really cool.
Yeah. Right. When it means something personal to them. Right. Yeah. Um, so I feel like there's definitely such a connection between what you're doing, both of the things you're doing. And and it definitely is healing for you. So I agree. I totally feel you on that.
Yeah.
It's cool. So, crap, I forget what I was going to ask you. I completely right off the top of my head. Um, oh yeah, like so when you decided that you were going to get your master's degree, did you did you ever think, well, maybe I shouldn't do this, maybe I should just do something else? Did you ever feel like, I don't know if this
Yeah.
is worth
Definitely,
it?
because I think it's a lot of hard work. It's a big commitment. It's a financial commitment. And then there's always, I feel like there's a doubt, even with people I talk to, people will be like, what if I don't make it? What if, and you think like, oh my God, I put all this effort and time into this. And what if it doesn't work out?
Yeah, right.
Fear component. Um, but it's weird at the same time, the other half, and you know this because you know me really well. Like I was like, wait a minute, but I know that I can help these people. I
Yeah.
know I can. So I kind of had that confidence at the
Well,
same.
I'm glad you did because what I feel you have just a natural built-in ability to be empathetic to people. Like you can just feel people. You can feel their their mood. You can feel like whether somebody is being genuine or not. You've always been really good at that. So,
Yeah.
all the stories that are going through my head right now that I would love to tell, but probably shouldn't.
Yes.
All the things that oh my God, people's names I could say that it probably would get me in trouble.
It's very weird though, but I think that you have it and we both have it in our own way. Like just when I get a feeling about something, and I feel like this is something that I try to teach my clients, like when I get a feeling about something, I feel like people teach you to doubt your feelings, but it's like
Yeah,
if I feel it and I feel it strong and it's like a gut instinct, I'm like, okay, this is right on.
yeah.
So it's usually
And
right. So,
it's always right. It's so true. I feel like your intuition and your gut instincts are really the best rule of thumb because you can never, I mean, you might think you can be logical or rational about it, but it's not always the case, you know.
Right.
Um, and so yeah, I feel like you have a good combination of both being able to be rational and logical about something, and you've got the education, but you're also the gut feeling thing.
Yeah.
Um, and then the spirituality as well, which is something that I've seen that grow and change with you too, because I feel like when I first met you, you were kind of into Buddhism or something like that. Like that was a
That's
long time ago.
that makes I feel like that makes sense. Yeah, I feel like you and I both have changed a lot and been pretty, I would say, open-minded compared to a lot of people. Like with our like the spiritual practice is always evolving for both
Right,
of us for
right.
sure.
And so right now you're involved in why don't you tell a little bit about the is it the Darshan? Is that where you're at? Where you're
Yeah,
going?
the Darshan Center for Spiritual Evolution. So it's very um it's like a free spiritual practice. Like you can practice any faith there or combinations of faiths. I feel like it's a lot of like meditation focused and just like energy, like a lot of what you believe in or into. It's very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I would love to. I still have to get there someday,
Yeah,
because it just sounds amazing. And I did see when they dedicated your daughter,
yeah.
they did the baby dedication. It was amazing. I mean, we did it over the phone. It was a virtual one, you know, and that was just incredible. Um,
You got to see some of there was a couple different practices. It wasn't just like one practice. I thought that was really
right.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it was amazing. So, yeah. So is there anything else that you wanted to talk about or share with us while I have you on?
I don't think so. I think we had talked about before, like I'm going to send you some resources that you can put for people,
Right. I could
depending
put
on
it
what
in the
people
description. Yeah. Because I do remember we had talked about what one of the types of practices that you do. It's for and I can it has like abbreviations and I can never remember what they are. Um
yeah, EMDR, and I'll send you a
yeah.
description for anybody. EMDR is great for people who've been through trauma, or just in general, people that have anxiety, people that have depression, whatever somebody's going through. If it's just one thing or many things, but it kind of heals you and releases the trauma. Because I'm sure you know this trauma just gets trapped. When people are doing EMDR, they'll be like, "Oh my God, I feel it in my throat," or "I'll feel it wherever," and we work to release it because nobody wants that stuck in there. That's why
No.
people. So yeah, I can send you a description of that. And then there's a book that I've been looking at for trauma and PTSD that's just a great book for anybody who's been through a lot. So I'll send you that resource and then just my contact info for people if they have questions or I can help.
Right. And you also, and I remember now also that you continue to do relationship counseling as well.
Yeah, pretty much everybody from children to older adults, families, couples.
Hmm. Yeah, that's great. So that covers a lot of ground. I mean,
Yeah,
it keeps you busy. So,
yeah.
so what the MDR, what does that stand for again? Just so that in case somebody doesn't know what it is.
It is. I'm trying to think what the exact I just blanked on it. Wait, I'm gonna look real quick to say the right thing.
I would do that to you. Um, yeah, because is it the same thing as tapping? It's not the
it
same thing.
so tapping is one of the things that I teach people to do tapping, like if you want to do it on your own.
Right. I was
So
wondering. I
yeah, I'm
wasn't
gonna
sure.
send you the description of exactly what it is. Uh,
Okay.
eye movement desensitization and reprocess. That's the correct term. The
Okay.
whole
Yeah, that's a lot. No wonder they call
yeah
it that. EMDR, it's too much. Electromagnetic. No, that's not it.
yeah.
So yeah, okay. Well, that sounds great. So I'll put everything in the description that I can fit in there about what you're doing and your contact information. And I think it's really great. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too, and I love you so much.
Love you.
Ciao for now.
Bye.